good. Does anyone else miss humans? I miss people so... Ow. I miss people so much. Like, oh my gosh, I miss people.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Nikki. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I'm doing a challenge video, a writing challenge video. Let's see how it goes. It's 11 p.m. at night. What I'm doing is I'm writing an intentionally trashy short story. In the next, I'm gonna say hour and a half, that's gonna be my challenge. I haven't written a short story in a long time. I've written like longer things like plays and novels. So we're gonna try A, write a short story, B, make it a love story, 3, make it COVID-19 inspired, 4, I'm gonna be doing it with some alcohol, and 5, to make it extra challenging, I've just posted something onto my Facebook asking for people to suggest challenging words that I need to fit into this story somehow, and it needs to work smoothly. So we're gonna see what happens. I've already got the plot for the story. I mean, don't worry, we're professionals here. Basically, he looks out of his window. He's a writer, she's a writer, she lives across the road. They make eye contact and they fall in love. However, you know, quarantining, so they can't leave their house and speak to each other. So where do we go from there? I'm just gonna check and see if anyone has suggested any words yet, just so I can start mulling them over in my brain. Oh, I haven't spoken to Joe for ages. Hi Joe, if you're watching this, by the way. Oh man. Interwoven. I can do interwoven. I can totally fit interwoven into a trashy romance story. We're gonna try and fit all of them in, but the minimum requirement is 3. So if I hit 3, I win. But if I do more, bonus. Yeah, let's do that. Another word from L, kerfuffle. That's a great word. Let's open a Word document. Let's do it. Another comment has come in. Cheesemonger. I am obsessed. That's so freaking good. Thank you, Rose. A phobia can be worked into a story. Let me just figure out what it's a phobia of. Oh, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Boy, you may have titled the story. Is that cheating? Oh, no, I won't do that. That would be really rubbish of me, but like, that would be really crap. But yes, and then if there's any left over, I can always do this again, maybe, if people enjoy it and find it entertaining, we can do it again. So, 1 minute until we begin. Malika's coming with skedaddle. That's a good word. And it's just turned to 23:18. Just gets, I feel like this is some football commentary. And Malika's coming in. She's coming in with a slide tackle. She comes in with skedaddle 1 minute before. It's a word. It's a word. Yeah. Oh, so it's 23:20 now. I'm gonna set myself a 1 hour timer. This is the challenge. We're gonna try and write the story in an hour. Oh, okay, it just started. I accidentally clicked it already. That means we gotta go, we gotta go. So, every good love story needs a good title. Oh my gosh, you're so zoomed in. Ooh. I'm not going to call it Love in the Time of Corona because, like, that joke was funny the first time. It wasn't even funny the first time, but like literally everyone has called something creative Love in the Time of Corona. So that's not happening. I'm thinking more of an acronym.
Several bad puns later.
Okay, so we're gonna call it Crushing on My Valentine. So the on is in brackets, okay? Y'all just give me some grace. So Crushing on My Valentine. Why does this sound like Bullet for My Valentine? Tears don't fall. ID. Crushing on My Valentine in isolation. Oh, that's kind of perfect. Why is there a D? Crushing on My Valentine in isolation. The sequel. And distancing. There we go. That's what the story stands for. I'm distracted. Like, how do you expect me to concentrate when I'm hearing all these dings from Facebook? So my friend Jenny is like doing the same thing. She's a musician and I think she's doing some sort of improv music thing. How freaking cool, Jenny. I love you. Her word is twindom. There's an in-joke related to that. You know how we can make this even trashier? If he turns out to be a vampire. Like, I feel like that's so trashy. Like, we're writing a trashy young adult love story and I think the guy across the road is a vampire. I don't know, let's see. Come up with a strategy. I've copied and pasted the words onto the top of the document so that they're there. I'm really excited because let me read what I've got for you so far. So we're going again with like sort of YA trashy romance, like, you know, it's like I woke up and like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I was beautiful and I'm like so clumsy and I suck, but this guy really likes me and I don't know why. Twilight. Or like even like, you know, the Hunger Games where it's like today is the day of the reaping, that kind of drama. I love the Hunger Games, by the way, no shade. Okay, let me read for you what I've got so far. I stand by my window watching as the sun tucks itself away behind the roof of the house at the bottom of my road. I don't know, I can see the imagery that I want and I don't like how it sounds, but we don't got time to change it. Glimpses of the sunset have been the highlight of my days recently. Well, that and our obligatory walk with Buddy. Technically, Buddy belongs to Peter, my mum's partner, but I've been more than happy to volunteer to take him out. Anything to get out of the house and away from Peter's non-stop whining about the inconvenience of quarantine. He's only pissed because the shops are always out of his. Now, I was going to say something about Peter being lactose intolerant and not being able to get the lactose intolerant cheese that he wants, and one of the words is cheesemonger. So give me a minute and we're going to figure out how to fit this in, okay?
A few moments later.
I freaking did it. I freaking did it. I freaking did it. Are you ready? So, he's only pissed because the shops are always out of his low-fat, dairy-free cheese. He's lactose intolerant. Kinda ironic considering he works as a cheesemonger, but each their own, I guess. Bam! Don't tell me that I did not do that. Right, we are crossing cheesemonger off the list. I'm gonna do a cancellation so that I feel accomplished. We need a name for our love interest. We need a name for our love interest. What, you know, they always have those quirky names. Oh, fudge. Why am I panicking so much? But no, we can't call him Barry. Jonah, no. I always feel weird like using Bible names for like stuff like this, but Jonah is like a perfect like love story name. What about Finley? Finn. That's cute. Need to do some further character development. You know when mum say your full name to annoy you, so it's gonna be like Finley something. And you know how they're always like these ridiculous like posh British boy names? Let's Google posh British boy names and see what happens. I'm actually gonna Google posh British boy names. Not Gerald. Montague, frickin' yes. It's like Romeo and Juliet, Montague. Yaka! Who fit in skedaddle? Skedaddle's actually easier. So Mum, Finley Augustus Montague, bed now. I mean it, skedaddle, Mum says, and she shuffles out of the room. There you go. Done the exposition now. Now we're about to move into the inciting incident he's going to spot. Like, you know, enough of the setup, enough. We want the trash. We're here for the trash. We are, how am I gonna, I can't really describe any like kissing scenes or anything. So they just gotta be like pining for each other across the road. We'll find a way. Let's do it. Oh my gosh, screw it. We're gonna do it. I would never write a story like this, like in real life, guys, but we've got half an hour. Finley's like about to turn away from the window, but then something catches his attention from the window of the house across the road. And I was like, what should I say? And I'm literally gonna write, it's a girl. It's so crap, but I don't care. Oh my gosh. Whoa, a girl. Never seen one of those before. I freaking love it. Oh, can't see me. I found somewhere where I could use metathesiophobia, but nah, it's not. There's somewhere better, so I'm gonna keep going until we find it. Trying to find a word for like falling. I suppose I could just use falling. I'm describing her face as shaped like a love heart. I freaking hate that description, but we're freaking using it because this is a trashy romance, guys. And what better symbolism than a love heart shaped face? Logic. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna throw in the line that's in every YA book ever. I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding. Right, we got an ornithologist in a way that I think works. It's kind of like in a sassy way, which I think is good. It's like a very tongue-in-cheek, we're using that word way. Since when were you into birds, he asks. Since I decided I had a vested interest in becoming an ornithologist, okay? I am actually impressed with that. Oh, and also I'm just making this complicated because we're doing like a the next day thing. So we've got these asterisks. Next one, okay. Just have one of them. There we go. I'm beginning to think adding the time constraint was an error because there's too many words and too much story left to write. And there's only 16 minutes. I'm gonna try my best. Fudge. Fudge. Okay. I got Twinderman. I need to pee. I don't have time to pee, yo. I have no idea how I'm gonna bring this story to a convincing and not convincing, a satisfactory end in the time that I have. Basically, I'm writing from the girl's point of view now, and it's the next day, and she's woken up and she's looked through the window and she seen this guy, and I was gonna say like he's wearing like a vest top, and she's gonna be like, oh my gosh, his arm muscles, but screw it. Why vest top when he can be topless? He's gonna be topless now because trashy books. I would be so good at this. I'm just saying, like come on, I could write a romance. I could write a trashy romance. We'll see. I'm gonna link the story down below so you can tell me how good it is. That's the hardest one. I'm not gonna lie, that's hard. You know what? This is actually really fun. I don't write trashy stuff because I just don't. And because I work as a writer, my writing, like, not like in a braggy way, but like it's good. Like I write stuff to be good, and people pay me to write for them. And I haven't written something that is just pure, just rubbish and just pure, just like ridiculousness. Like this line here says, his voice is deep and warm and comforting. His voice is deep and warm and comforting. If voices could be drinks, his would be hot chocolate. Like, oh my god, like I never, like, oh my, like, yo. I think I've only got one more word to fit in. I don't know how I'm gonna fit it in.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I'm not done. I am not done. I'm gonna give myself an extra 10 minutes. You can't rush art, you know. You can't rush it. All right, we did it. That was about an hour and 5 minutes, maybe an hour and 10 minutes. A lot in an hour. So half a page, 1 page, 2 pages, 3 pages, 4 pages, flipping heck, 5. What the? Oh my gosh, that's like 6 pages of story I wrote. Oh my gosh, exciting. And, oh, wait, let me just cross out. I think we got all the words in. Yeah. And we got this word that I still can't say. Bam. Oh my gosh, wow. We did it. Ah! Are we ready? Drum roll. This is COVID, a love story. Finley. We're in Finley's point of view. I stand by my window, watching as the sun tucks itself away. What? Oh, I forgot to put the word behind in there because I rewrote the sentence recently. Already made a mistake. No. Out of his low-fat, dairy-free cheese. He's lactose intolerant. Kind of ironic considering he works as a cheesemonger. It's a girl. She's also at her window. Oh, there it is again. Leaning on her elbows, scanning the street below. I kind of want to change this part. I would love to rewrite it as she's like having a dance party in her house, and like he has that moment where he watches her just dancing, like unashamed and completely unabandoned, and she's like, and he's like, wow, I'm in love with this girl. But anyway, I squint against the darkness, scanning the window opposite for any sign of movement. But the lights are off, and the red-haired girl is nowhere to be seen. Okay, so that's the end of Finley's perspective. Now we're into Cattie's perspective. I walk up to the window, the same one I saw him from last night. Where are you? I mouth. Then again, how embarrassing would it be if he popped up and I was stood here like an idiot, waiting for him? I would for sure look desperate then. I hear a kerfuffle behind me and turn around to see my brothers, Callum and Kai, engaged in an intense game of WWE reenactment. I shake my head fondly. The two of them are so close, which I suppose makes sense given that they're twins and all. Guys, can you quieten it down a bit? Can you quiet it down a bit? Quiet it. Okay, anyway, I ask. We're just playing, Callum says, pinning Kai into a headlock. Yeah, Kai says, his face slowly going blue. I roll my eyes. Nothing can get in the way of an unbreakable bond of twindom, I guess. Add the boy from last night. To make it more specific. Cool. He looks different from yesterday, but I suppose it was late last night. Oh, now I've got late last night twice. Pyjamas, toffee brown hair sticking up at odd angles, and he's ... topless. I feel myself blushing as I register this fact, yet simultaneously unable to draw my eyes away from his tanned form. Oh, it's so bad. Tanned form, you know. Even from this distance, I can see his abs, the muscles of his arms, and the window cuts off just before the waist, just above the waist, and he turns and... Hey, he's smiling, waving again. I wave back, trying to look normal, although I feel as though I'm melting on the inside. He's pointing to himself, saying something. Thin, thistle, fimbra? It's even more perfect, he says. So, I hope you brought your glass. What? I say, less than eloquently. Your glass. We're having a picnic, you do realise. He brings a medium-sized picnic basket from behind his back and places it in front of him. My mouth, it says hangs open, I'm going to say drops open. Drops open and I stare as he pulls out a wine glass, some wine, 3 different types of cheese, sandwiches and what I think are biscuits. It's hard to tell from here. What are you doing, I say? Well, seeing as I can't come over and introduce myself, I thought we might have a little rooftop picnic. Oh wow. I want to say this is the most romantic thing that anyone has ever done for me, but I don't want to sound stupid. Please say this is the most romantic thing anyone has ever done for you, he says. And he sounds so serious, I can't help but laugh. It is. Helping down onto the roof. Say hey to my little brother. Gate crashing as usual. Hey, Finn says. How you doing there, pal? Callum pokes out his tongue. He's a cheeky one, I say. I don't know why she's now sounding like, I don't even know. And a hungry one too. So you've got to spare some of those biscuits for him, alright? When we're out of quarantine, you should come round. Biscuits for days, he says. It's what happens when you've got a cheesemonger for a stepdad, Finn shrugs. Got a cheesemonger in there twice. Hey, Cal. Can I call you Cal? I spelled Cal wrong. I spelled up cool. So let's correct that. Hey Cal, can I call you Cal? You're a handsome boy, aren't you? He winks at me. Must run in the family. Callum grins. He used to be self-conscious about his appearance, and it took me encouraging him every day as he was growing up, before he got to a place where he could accept a compliment. Thank you, he says now, lisping. I'm Raki Safari, and Cassie says it makes me beautiful and unique. Back up to the window and he clambers through. He likes you, I say into the phone. So many people just judge him on appearance alone. Yeah. People are dicks, Finn says, somehow managing to be serious and light-hearted at the same time. I'm glad he liked me. What about your sister? What? I say, suddenly feeling all tongue-tied and shy. Guys, I'm so glad I'm drunk because the way I'm reading this without getting all self-conscious, it's so cheesy. What does his sister think of me? His sister barely knows you, I say. I know this is kind of crazy, he eventually says, but when this quarantine thing is over, would you go out with me? Like, on a date? Like, a proper, date? Of course, Finley Augustus Montague, I say. How do you know my whole... Your window was open last night, I admit. And your mum was shouting at you like nobody's business. So embarrassing, he grumbles. Kinda, I smile. Good night, Finley. Good night, Cassie, he smiles. The end! That's it, that's the story. Thanks for being with me on this journey, man. I'm not looking forward to editing this video, but let's do it and put it up. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did enjoy it, please like the video. Consider subscribing to the channel. But yeah, definitely please like the video so I know that you enjoy it, because I had a great time. I would love to do more of these, but kind of like, I would only do them if people actually want to see them. So like totally like give this a like if you liked it, right? makes sense, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for a video. Everyone, please keep safe. I'm sending lots of love your way, and yeah, bye everyone. God bless.